Here's something almost nobody tells men. You can do everything right and still watch someone's loyalty walk out the door. Meanwhile, guys who seem to do far less end up with partners who'd go to the mat for them. That's not luck. That's psychology. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Glad you clicked on this one, because we're about to unpack something most relationship advice gets backwards. What actually makes loyalty last? Not what makes someone stick around for a while. What makes them stay, respect you, and keep choosing you? Stay with me, because the biggest insight in this video is coming a little later, and it'll change how you think about every relationship you're in. Section 1. Effort isn't the currency you think it is. Let's start with the lie a lot of us grew up believing. Give more, do more, sacrifice more, and loyalty follows. Sounds reasonable. It's also incomplete. Effort can earn appreciation. It can earn comfort. It can even earn gratitude. What it doesn't automatically earn is loyalty, because loyalty isn't a transaction, it's an emotional experience. People don't stay because of a running tally of what you've done for them. They stay because of how being around you makes them feel about themselves. Section 2. Fear disguised as generosity. Here's the part that stings a little. When you start overgiving specifically to secure someone's loyalty, you're often broadcasting something you didn't mean to. Fear. Fear of not being enough. Fear of losing them. And fear has a way of leaking into everything. Your tone, your body language, how fast you respond to a text. People pick up on that energy even when they can't name it, and it rarely reads as attractive. It reads as needing something from them, and that flips the whole dynamic. Section 3. What actually erodes loyalty? So what really pushes people away? Usually not one bad moment. It's a slow drift, reacting instead of leading, over-explaining instead of standing on solid ground, needing constant reassurance instead of offering it. None of this happens overnight. It creeps in. By the time someone notices, the emotional distance has already been building for a while. Now, there's one distinction coming up that reframes all of this. The difference between someone staying because they feel obligated to you and someone staying because they're genuinely loyal to you. Once you see the difference, you'll never think about being a good partner the same way again. Section 4. Identity over performance. Loyalty tends to follow identity, not performance. Someone who knows what they stand for, who can walk away from disrespect without falling apart, who isn't chasing approval every 5 minutes, that person communicates something effort alone never can. Internal stability. And stability is magnetic in a way grand gestures rarely are. This isn't about being cold or unavailable. It's the opposite. It's being emotionally self-sufficient enough that your sense of worth doesn't rise and fall based on someone else's mood. Section 5. Obligation versus loyalty. Here's that distinction I promised you. Obligation is a scorecard. They've done so much for me, I should stay. It's fragile because scorecards can always be recalculated. Loyalty doesn't keep score. It's built on respect and real emotional connection, and it holds up even when things get hard, because it was never about a running total to begin with. Section 6. Momentum matters. One more thing people rarely talk about. Loyalty tends to track with growth, not the past. When you're moving forward, building something, learning, evolving, people feel pulled toward that momentum. When things go stagnant, the emotional pull quietly fades too, often without anyone naming why. It's rarely one big blow-up that ends things. It's usually just stopping. Final insight. And here's the piece most people miss entirely. How you handle setbacks matters as much as how you handle success. Staying grounded when things go wrong, not panicking, not spiraling into anxiety, not abandoning your own boundaries just to keep the peace, that's what makes someone genuinely hard to replace. Not because you never struggle, but because you don't lose yourself when you do. So if there's one thing to take from this video, it's this. Loyalty isn't something you manufacture through sheer effort. It grows out of self-respect, emotional steadiness, and a clear sense of who you are. And that's true whether we're talking about romantic relationships, friendships, or how people show up for you at work. You can't force someone to be loyal. But you can absolutely become the kind of person loyalty naturally gravitates toward. If this gave you a new way to think about it, hit like, subscribe for more deep dives into relationship psychology, and let me know in the comments. Where have you seen this play out in your own life? I read everyone. approximately 850 words.